Today's horoscope, Scorpio September 30th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. It's a little easier than usual to put your emotional needs first today, and put something behind you that's been weighing you down. With a Mars-Saturn transit coming into play, your motivation builds, and you recognize that if you take things one step at a time, you can make progress. Your time is best spent putting effort into a sure thing. It's not the time to jump into something that you haven't given much thought to. Instead, it's a good day to work on honing a skill, perfecting a craft, or putting effort into a heartfelt project or venture. This is a fine time for employing strategy and exercising self-discipline. An exhilarating period awaits you today and tomorrow. As mighty Mars, the red planet of passion and drive and your planetary co-ruler, sizzles in the heavens, he will look out across the sky to find the eyes of our great taskmaster, Saturn. This will send your libido through the roof. If committed, use this energy to plan a long-distance adventure with your one and only now or in the year to come. If single, use this firepower to date outside of your typical type. If you connect with someone outside of your background, place of origin, spirituality, or race, you could find they open your eyes. Trust your inner voice. Something will make your skin prickle at work when the Sun in Libra and Mercury in Libra conjunct the South Node in Libra. There might not be anything overtly wrong or obviously conniving since the cosmic energy has a subliminal effect. However, you may feel like the vibe is off at work. You may struggle to put your finger on what it is or why this might be. Let everything unfold naturally. There will be signs, signals, and more that will clue you into what is truly going on at work. It's important to your wellness to pay attention to your subconscious. There is a lot that goes on under the surface, and you'd rather know about it than not know about it, right? One way to keep abreast of your unconscious fears and desires is to keep a dream journal. This is easier than it sounds if you've never kept a journal before. Simply carve out 5 to 10 minutes every morning and sketch your dream while you have breakfast. Insights will arise. Today's vibrations are going to allow you to finally harvest the fruits of your labor. If you weren't so modest and discreet, you could benefit from a promotion or an encounter in your sentimental life. But your temperament makes you keep a low profile even in the most favorable situations. Apart from a small amount of anxiety at the beginning of the day, you are in great shape and your kindness won't miss touching more than one of the people you collaborate with. Keep up the rhythm. The Sun's first weekend in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart offers an opportunity to pause, allowing you to hear yourself think as you enter the early days of winding down this solar. With Mercury also spending his first weekend here, it's a chance to look back objectively and start closing old doors. Meanwhile, Venus in Scorpio has your heart looking forward, ready to open new doors. The ones that will capture your interest from the beginning are those on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life. By the time that Venus, the planet of love, reaches her first weekend in Scorpio, she is already getting a taste of a mix of nostalgia, romance, passion and adventure that will only become more potent during her time here. It was the moon that has helped to connect Venus with Mars in an adventurous part of your chart and with both planets in your romantic sector. Daily Planetary Overview. Have you ever found yourself falling back into old habits, even when you know they no longer serve you? That's the kind of energy you might feel today with the Sun and Mercury joining the South Node in Libra. It's natural to be drawn back to familiar patterns after all. They're comforting because they're what you know. But ask yourself, is this really where you want to be? It's tempting to retreat into that comfort zone, but once you're there, you might realize it's not as cozy as you remembered. In fact, it might feel more like a step backward than a safe retreat. The beauty of today's astrological alignment is that you have an opportunity to break free from these old patterns and move towards something better. With the Sun and Mercury opposing the North Node in Aries, you're being encouraged to step into your power and embrace new, healthier ways of thinking and behaving. It's like being at a crossroads. One direction leads to the familiar, and the other leads to growth and progress. Have you ever had a moment where you realized that sticking with what's comfortable was actually holding you back? Today offers the perfect opportunity to choose the path of growth, even if it feels a little uncertain at first. At the same time, today's energy is fantastic for fostering teamwork and collaboration. Have you ever been part of a group where everything just clicked? Whether you're working on a project with colleagues, planning a get-together with friends, or even collaborating with family members, today is the day where everyone seems to be on the same page. It's one of those rare moments when everything flows smoothly, and everyone is working together toward a common goal. If you've been craving that sense of unity, now is the time to embrace it. There's something truly special about feeling connected with others and knowing that your efforts are part of a larger whole. But as much as the stars are urging you to connect with others, don't forget the importance of taking time for yourself. Have you ever felt drained, even after spending time with people you enjoy? That's because, while social interactions can be energizing, they can also take a toll if you don't give yourself space to recharge. It's all about balance. Spending time with others is wonderful, but so is taking a moment to be with yourself. When you take the time to replenish your own energy, you're able to show up for others in a more meaningful and present way. So, if you're feeling the need to step back and take a breather, honor that. You'll come back feeling refreshed and ready to give your full attention to those around you. On a more practical note, things are looking especially promising for you right now. You've got momentum on your side, and it feels like all your hard work is starting to pay off. Whether you're focusing on career goals, personal projects, or even financial matters, you're in a great position to see tangible results from your efforts. Have you ever experienced that exhilarating feeling when everything you touch seems to turn to gold? That's the energy you're tapping into right now. If you've been putting in the work, expect to see some serious payoff. Keep riding this wave of positivity, and remember, you've earned every bit of success coming your way. Now, let's talk about love and relationships, because this balancing act isn't just happening in your career or social life, it's playing out in your personal connections too. Have you been feeling like your relationships are either too serious or not deep enough? Life has a way of swinging between extremes, but today offers an opportunity to find that sweet spot. Ask yourself, how can I bring more balance into my relationships? Whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even family ties, finding that middle ground where things feel both meaningful and fun can open the door to deeper, more fulfilling connections. If you've been leaning too heavily in one direction, either taking things too seriously or not seriously enough, today is a great day to make some adjustments. Lastly, if you've been struggling with routine tasks or feeling frustrated with the daily grind, you're not alone. We all have those days when the little things start to pile up, and it feels like you're just spinning your wheels. Maybe you've been feeling a little stuck or uninspired lately, but isolating yourself or getting frustrated with others won't help. Have you ever tried to push through something on your own, only to feel even more weighed down? This is a great time to lean on the people around you. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, don't be afraid to ask for help or just talk things through. Sometimes, sharing the load can make all the difference in how you feel. How about you? Have you felt the pull of old habits today, or maybe the urge to connect with others in a more meaningful way? I'd love to hear how these energies are playing out in your life. Drop a comment below, and let's share our experiences. After all, we're all navigating these cosmic shifts together, and there's something powerful about knowing we're not alone in it.